Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining me here in Grand Theft Auto 5 as we try to solve the Chiliad Mystery. I'm RJ. I have a huge announcement to get to in this episode, and I also want to break down a possible third hidden mural here in GTA 5. Of course, we've all covered the mural here at Mount Chiliad quite a bit. It's one of those things when you first play the game, of course you're going to want to go to the top of the mountain, especially for all of us who play GTA San Andreas. It's one of those iconic landmarks in GTA's history, and we find this mural, which still goes unanswered. I mean, first of all, you have this damn jetpack on here. That is something we've all wanted. For all of us hardcore San Andreas fans, we would basically use that jetpack as our primary transportation. So it's only right for it to return to GTA 5, even though we are still waiting for that day to come. Do we have to solve this mural in order to unlock the jetpack? That is still one of the main theories here in the game. So you have this mural here on top of the mountain. You have a second mural, which is another representation of the same thing over at the alien hippie camp. And the one thing that both of those locations have in common is they both have a UFO. So where's the third UFO located? Fort Zancudo. So it only makes sense that there is another mural over there at the highly protected military base. We'll be checking that out here in this episode. Thanks again for joining up. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. We have some huge events going on, including a Fort Zancudo takeover that is going down this Saturday. I have the Xbox One edition of GTA 5, so we'll be live streaming, and I'll be taking part in the Xbox One Zancudo takeover, but we'll be doing it on pretty much every console. Make sure to reach out to us on Twitter if you guys want to be a part of that. Even if you are unable to take part in the takeover yourself, make sure to join up for the live stream, because I will be broadcasting everything live here at Trippy Commentaries. And we have a bunch of other things going on revolving around the takeover, so stay tuned. I'll make sure to update you guys as the event gets closer and closer. Once again, this Saturday, probably during the evening time, East Coast, we will be doing the takeover. You can join up and help out, or you can join up during the live stream. And of course, we will have a huge chat in the live stream that you can be a part of as everything goes down as well. I do recommend that you guys hit the notification button. That'll tell you exactly when the event goes live. So let's start off this episode here at the mountain mural. You have the three symbols at the bottom. We all pretty much agree that those look like potential prizes that you get for when you solve the mystery. But what I'm looking at today are the boxes inside the mountain. Of course, they have the X's inside them, and I think those are what correlate to the murals that we will be looking at today. You do have the lightning bolts, the eye or the UFO symbol on the top. Everything is pretty obvious symbolism to the other murals. I'll meet you guys at the alien hippie camp, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. You can see the painting on the hill behind us is definitely a recreation of the Chiliad mural. And there's a couple ways to easily prove that. The lines on each side look a lot like the lines from the mural itself. We'll switch it over. You see those guys, definitely the same. Rockstar put that to show us that they are trying to pretty much resemble the same exact mystery in each location. And on the very top, not only do you have the light poles, those light poles are resembling the lightning bolts from the Chiliad mural, and then you have this round icon on the top that literally has that same exact eye or UFO symbol. So it's really not too hard to see they're the exact same thing. I think the lines and the light poles lining up with the lightning bolts, those are the two obvious ways to show it off. But you have those boxes in the middle, right? The 5 boxes with the eye or the UFO symbol at the top. Well, that lines up with this mural as well. You can see these rectangular boxes, very similar to those ones on the Chiliad mural. There's 1, 2, 3. You have the one on the very top. I think that's the one resembling the eye symbol, and then the 2 extras over here. So 5 boxes with the one on top. Keep that in mind, guys, because I think that is very important. I'm not sure if that is, of course, pointing out the different glyphs from the mountain itself. It could also be different steps that are needed to solve the mystery, possibly as some sort of timeline or special order that you have to complete them. But I think that those squares are the connection to the Zancudo mural. Now, we have looked for the military base mural before, and I thought we had found it. I think that it's not exactly the right mural. I'll show you guys this first. before we take a look at what I think is the definitive Zancudo Chiliad Mystery mural. You're the one who sent us here trying to find this thing, and we'll see what you think, because it looks to me very similar to the mural on top of the mountain, and much like that mural, it has a red tint.
Interesting.
Here it is. K-Mac, what do you think?
See something kind of there.
Let's go ahead and switch it up to first person mode here. It's probably the best way to look at it. In fact, we don't even need much of a gun because we can get right there. Now, I will point out, K-Mac, that no soldiers come in here at all. We get to look at it freely and break it down. You could see squares. The one on the very top goes down and connects to, looks like 3 on the same level. Now, to the right there, it looks like you have a giant red box. Hard to make that up. It's more of a rectangle. And more boxes. It's a little odd. There's a weird looking thing on the left there. And on the left side of the whiteboard, you have what looks to be a bunch of squares or a checkered pattern.
Yeah.
K-Mac, what do you think?
I mean, this could be the mural. This just definitely could be. We see a lot of the same connecting boxes here. Or it could just be something that they put on the board. It's supposed to make it look like it had some old stuff left over on it from classes being taught. But this is definitely kind of following the same as the Mount Chiliad one, with having all the lines connected to the boxes.
It's funny you mention that, because I do have a theory. You say that it's some boxes that they were being taught here at the military, the cadets, and there is another box up here. I didn't notice that first, so maybe that makes it even more resemble the Chiliad mural. But what if these guys, possibly special agents, the special ops, maybe they were trying to figure out the Chiliad mystery themselves. Maybe they wrote down that same mural found on top of the mountain and tried to crack it all together with some of the brightest minds of the military.
Yeah.
That's a possible theory. So I really want to know if you guys think that this is connected to the mural. That one, of course, looks highly suspicious, but if you go inside the ammunition with the gun range, you guys are going to want to head to the back room, and unfortunately they have a whiteboard just like the one in the military base control tower. There are some few extras on this board, but you can see this is probably the exact same one that is represented in the classroom. Here it says, is the firearm loaded, yes or no? So even though it looks very similar to the mural, especially with the red tint as I mentioned, it is not the exact mural that we're looking for. Just like the X symbol that was found at the wind farm, where you need a bird's eye view, you definitely need a bird's eye view to check out the Zancudo mural as well. I'll get inside the chopper and meet you guys above the military base. So here we are, high above Fort Zancudo. We must stay at a safe distance so that they do not blow us up. And like I talked about with that hidden X symbol at the wind farm, I'll give you guys a quick refresher here. It is important to note that you can only see it from the bird's eye view. On top of that, you need the sun as well to create this shadow, but I still think that the bird's eye view is probably the most important clue of all. There it is to the left of the helicopter. A little bit difficult to see if you're not sure exactly where it is, and that's not the best lighting, but trust me, that is a massive hidden clue of the hidden Xbox that we find there at the Chiliad mural. So here we are, of course, at the military base, where we're going to want to use the same exact tactics. So let's switch it up to the bird's eye view. Rockstar put it in the game so that way we can use it, and considering this is the default view from Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2, they want us to kind of return to the origins to solve the Chiliad mystery. So if you come over here, you can see that there's also 5 squares, just like the ones represented there at the murals. And right above those squares, you have the 2 parts on the top that seem to link up with the other square. Considering that this is at the bird's eye view, I think that this is the best option. And you have all of the yellow lines down there at the bottom. A lot of them create X's. And let's face it, there are some titans on those pads that are nearly impossible to steal. So I'm not sure if maybe that is something we need to do, because right now the Titan is by far the hardest vehicle to get in the entire game. How are you supposed to grab a Titan, take it all the way to the runway, and escape without getting completely blown up? I do think it's possible, and I'm going to try it out on an upcoming live stream, but that could be a potential step, as crazy as it sounds. Let's get another closer look at the possible Zancudo mural. So this is pretty much as close as you can get without them trying to blow you up. And as you guys know, if you get a hairline too close, they will destroy you in an instant before you can even see the missile. And I'm not sure if there's maybe some extra lines that appear as you get closer to the runway, maybe more appear as you ascend into the air and get closer to the UFO. That's definitely something I'll be looking at. And there's also the shadows of Fort Zancudo, considering that has a lot to do with the other symbols like the jetpack. I'm sure it is also going to be part of it here at the military base, especially because the UFO here shines down the light of a sun symbol. So there's definitely something going on with the sun as well, guys. There's a couple other configurations around the runway. You have a pyramid to the left there near the fire station. Behind us, there's a configuration that looks similar to the parking lot there at the Noose HQ. I'll put a link in the description if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. There's some other symbols like the circles below us. I still think that that might correlate to maybe the sun or different planets. Once again, we are looking into all of the hidden symbols here for Zancudo, so let us know if you have any info. But coming back to the mural with the 5 boxes right there below us, that lines up with both of the murals and probably giving us different steps to what we need here at Fort Zancudo. There's only one minor mission that happens here, and it is during a heist. All you have to do is come and steal a cargo bob. Other than that, it goes completely unused. You have the different messages on the UV special edition map. A lot of them tell us the different vehicles here that we've been trying to steal, like the Buzzard. You have the elevator that opens up at the bunker below us. We've seen it opened up, but we've never actually been able to pull it off for ourselves. So what's the trigger that opens up that elevator? There's a lot to it. The tanks and the UFO above us. They tell us to take control of Fort Zancudo, and I have a feeling that taking control of the military base is the only chance that we have at actually stealing the Titan. So let's try this out now, guys. Let's give it a shot. We'll see just how far we can actually get with this thing. Oh, can we actually get inside of it? No, not even close. All of the cadets are staring at us saying, what the hell are you trying to do? You think just because you're wearing the Zancudo shirt, Trevor, you think they're not going to shoot at you? No, they're not going to let you get out with the Titan. Let me know if you've been able to pull it off. That's the one thing I've still been unable to do here in GTA 5. One last thing to point out, guys, is the biggest hangar from Fort Zancudo, the one right below us, is open in GTA Online. So they've opened it up in online mode, but it remains closed in single player. Considering this is by far the biggest hangar in the entire game, especially here at the military base, there's got to be something hidden inside. It's Hydras in GTA Online. Maybe it is something even better here in single player. Stay tuned here, Trippy Commentaries. Definitely take part in the Zancudo Takeover. This place is massive, one of the most epic places in GTA history, and the Trippy crew is about to take it over. I'll catch you guys there. As always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends.